Dear friends, colleagues, and respected participants, a very warm welcome, namaste to you all from Nepal. I believe you, your family, relatives, friends, neighbors, and all loved ones are doing well amid the persistent COVID 19 global pandemic. I, from the very core of my heart, thank you for participating in this important event despite various difficulties, challenges, and busy schedules. I am honored to welcome you all in this important event entitled Rethinking Caste Globally, which is organized jointly by Darnal Award for Social Justice and Samta Foundation. I understand some 330 participants from many countries around the world have registered for this event. Most of them are already with us online, and the rest should be joining soon. The participants constitute a unique mix of renowned intellectuals representing academicians, researchers, social scientists, politicians, activists, students, development practitioners, and common people belonging to both Dalit and non-Dalit communities. More important for me is to emphasize the participation of our young generation interested in complex caste questions. With their immense creativity, courage, and fortitude, young people give me hope for achieving a just future for all. Today, we have gathered here to commemorate Subhas Darnal, a Nepali Dalit leader, to remember and pay tribute to Subhas, who passed away very young on this particular date 9 years ago on the 15th August of 2011. On his way to Washington, D.C., after completing his fellowship at Stanford, Subhas met with a fatal car accident and succumbed to it. Subhas, although died at a very early age of 31, he has left with us several memories and legacies of which we, especially the Dalit communities in Nepal, feel proud of, and we all regret for his untimely demise as an unrecoverable loss, not only for the Dalits and people of Nepal, but also for global community, especially social justice crusaders. In memory of Subhas and to encourage, recognize, and empower young leaders working towards a more equitable world, the Darnal Award for Social Justice has been instituted by Sarita Pariyar Trust. It is a biennial international award that honors emerging change makers working to end caste-based inequities and indignities. The award carries a cash prize of Nepalese rupees 500,000, around US dollar 4,000, and is accorded to deserving young professionals under 40 years of age through open calls internationally. Two such awards in 2016 and 2018 have been dispersed already, and this year, in fact, Samta Foundation and Sarita Pariyar Trust together were planning to host the third award offering ceremony. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we decided to organize the award ceremony next year, the same day or earlier. The nomination process is still continuing. Further details could be obtained from the website www.darnalaward.org. Subhas was an extraordinary person with wealth of innovations and constructive thoughts. It is very difficult to list here the contributions he made for the upliftment of Dalit communities in Nepal. I knew him personally from around 10 years when he is still very young, so he skillfully organized various events advocating for elimination of untouchability and caste-based discrimination, and also presenting in various forums, both in country and internationally, conveying our solidarity with the global communities in favor of inclusion and elimination of discrimination of all sorts. He was a creative thinker, very polite and highly persuasive. I would like to recollect here an incident which keeps coming in my mind over and over again whenever we talk about Subhas. This is about the formation of Samta Foundation, which is one of the conveners of today's event. Padam Sundasi, the Honorable Ambassador of Nepal in Bahrain, called me and said he and Subhas would like to meet me at my residence. I was a little astonished, not knowing why they wanted to meet me. It was Saturday, probably 11 years before. We met in the morning, and this was in the same room from where I'm speaking at the moment. Subhas and Padamji proposed that we should form an institution which would be dedicated for the welfare of our Dalit communities. I was a little reluctant in the beginning with the impression that a number of organizations were already registered in Nepal at that time, and they were working for the cause of Dalit upliftment. But Subhas conveyed that this organization will be different than the existing ones. This will serve as a Dalit think tank carrying out various researches related to Dalit communities, fulfilling the knowledge gaps about the potentials of Dalit communities, conducting various lecture series on Dalit issues with both national and international guests, and eventually providing useful insights to the government for carving, executing various policies and strategy for the welfare of Dalit communities in Nepal. I got very much convinced and agreed to go for the new organization. Coincidentally, I had just returned from Pondicherry, India, observing the initiatives and accomplishments of Swaminathan Foundation. I suggested the new organization should be a foundation since our visions were in many ways similar to the Swaminathan Foundation. Subhas and Padamji together came with the name of Samata, and thus the Samta Foundation was created. We started with a 5-member board chaired by Padamji and Subhasi also as executive director, Dr. Sumitra Gurung, Thakur Dakal, and myself as board members. Currently, Sarita has replaced Subhas as board member, and after Padamji left for Bahrain as Nepal ambassador, Pradeep has taken over as the executive chairperson. We are highly pleased to state here that we have Pradeep and Sarita as 2 young, energetic, and knowledgeable members in our board. They have been instrumental in raising the issues of untouchability and caste-based discrimination and have been advocates of equity, social justice, and inclusion, not only in Nepal, but also internationally, sharing Nepal experiences and accomplishments. You may be aware that the World Economic Forum has chosen Pradeep for the prestigious 2020 Young Global Leaders Award for his potential in and contribution to the youth empowerment, peace building, and advocacy for social inclusion of Dalits and marginalized communities. Similarly, Sarita was recently selected as a fellow of prestigious Draper Hill Summer Fellows on Democracy and Development, Stanford University. We are proud of these 2 emerging Dalit leaders of Nepal, and congratulations to both of them for the recognition of their endeavors. I'd also like to take this opportunity to let you know that Samta has initiated a 12-episode TV program on Jaat Ko Prashna, the question of caste. This program intends to raise awareness of common people on the existing caste-based discrimination, their consequences in our society, the opinions of various stakeholders, including government agencies, and the way forward to combat this heinous crime. Many of you might have been watching this show. This is a weekly program aired through Kantipur television every Saturday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. Nepal time. 2 episodes are already over, and the 3rd one is being aired in a while now. Unfortunately, this event time collides with today's TV broadcast, but it will be aired again at 10 p.m. Nepal time this evening, and you could also watch later through the YouTube. Dalits in Nepal have for centuries suffered from atrocities, exploitation, and exclusion. With as high as 1/5, officially 13.6% of the total population, effective mainstream of Dalits in various spheres of Nepal development, national development, still remains a wishful dream. Untouchability and caste-based discrimination are rampant, and meaningful execution of existing laws and regulatory provisions to end these inhuman evils remain far from reality. Nepal was declared free from caste-based discrimination on June 4, 2006. But almost 14 years since this declaration, Dalits are still facing gruesome discrimination, violence, and are deprived of basic facilities and infrastructures. According to Article 24 of the Constitution of Nepal, no person shall be subjected to any form of discrimination or untouchability on grounds of his or her origin, caste, tribe, community, occupation, or physical condition. Any act of untouchability and discrimination shall be punishable by law, and the victim shall have the rights to obtain compensation. But these constitutional provisions are apparently far from reality. Discrimination and untouchability still exist, and the society continues to be divided between the so-called upper caste and lower caste. Let me mention here that I had the historic opportunity of chairing a special commission of restructuring of Nepal in 2011-2012. I was honored by the government of Nepal to chair the high-level State Restructuring Commission in accordance with the interim constitution and unanimously supported by all political parties. This commission did produce one of the most inclusive recommendations for drafting a new constitution for Nepal. Unfortunately, Due to a highly coordinated, regressive caste power politics, the much needed recommendations that majority of the country was yearning for was willfully ignored. Among many lessons and insights that I wish to share eventually today, I would like to tell you that the fight for equal dignity and equal rights in Nepal is a dangerously complex and challenging task. It requires new imagination, new resolve, and sustained efforts, both within and outside of Nepal. More than ever, we need creative collaboration with allies within Nepal, with friends in India and others globally for annihilating caste-based system that sustains immoral, unequal society in and beyond Nepal. I would also like to acknowledge here that we have invited impressive young leaders to participate for our conversation. Amar Bike, another promising young Nepali scholar, currently doing his PhD at the University of Pittsburgh, USA, will moderate the conversation on rethinking caste globally. This will be followed by remarks from Sarita and Pradeep. With these words, I conclude my welcome remarks and invite Amar Bike to moderate the panel discussion. If any of you would like to talk to me or know more from me, please write to me or contact me. Thank you very much.